Well, good morning, YouTube. As you can see, today is a quite the blustery day. This weather has definitely prevented us from doing any outdoor projects. However, the weather tomorrow is supposed to be beautiful. So today I'm just going to run and get some of the supplies that we need to do a project tomorrow. If you notice, as I was coming out of the driveway from the house, we've got a gate on the driveway. And as of right now, we are manually opening that gate. So we've got to stop, get out of the truck, open the gate, drive through the gate, get back out of the truck, close the gate, get back in the truck. And it's become a bit tiresome. So we ordered a Ghost Controls gate opener unit on Amazon last week. But I don't want to keep the gate where it's at. So we're going to move the gate. That was kind of like a temporary, just put it up there to keep people out, and definitely not where I want to keep it. So we're gonna move it a little bit. It's still gonna be relatively the same place, but not tied to those two trees. So we've got to have a post for the gate to hinge on, a post for the gate to close against, and then another post for the gate to open against. And likewise, a place to mount all the controls and so on and so forth. So, taking advantage of this rainy day, I am en route into town, near the Lowe's. I think I'm gonna get a couple 6x6s to use as posts. And for some reason, I can't find my postal digger. I know I had one. It's been gone for years, and I know it's been gone for years. I just don't know what happened to it. But now I need it, so I'm gonna have to go buy a new one. Well, guys, and there we go. 3 8-foot long 6x6 pressure treated posts. Bad news is they didn't have the postal digger. So the Lowe's here in Murphy has got 3 different SKU numbers for manual postal diggers, and they were out of stock on all of them. Talked to the associate, and she says that they just can't keep them in stock. Every time she gets a few, they sell out immediately. We checked Lowe's.com. They did not have one available to ship to my house. I'm sorry. They had one available to ship to my house, but the shipping on it was going to cost more than the actual item because it didn't meet a shipping minimum. There's really nothing else I needed to order to it. So I called the local Home Depot. Oh, and they wouldn't ship it to the store for some reason. Don't know why. Even the associate had no idea why. So it looks like I now have to drive all the way down to Blairsville, Georgia to get my postal digger. All right, guys, it is the next day, and as you can see, the day is much more beautiful. When I last talked to you, it would have appeared that I was getting ready to head down to Blairsville to get that postal digger, and then I remembered that my wife needed me to run by the store and grab some groceries on the way home. I was like, you know what, it's probably not a good idea to go to Blairsville tonight. Then now it's Sunday, all the local hardware stores are closed. I was thinking about going there and trying before I drove all the way to Blairsville. So I never got the postal digger. So the posts are in the back of my truck still, but looks like that project's not what we're gonna work on today. Instead, we're gonna move this deck on my daughter's house. Now, we put this deck here a couple years ago, and at the time it was where it needed to be, but now we wanna move it because we've added a different front door, and the placement just isn't great. There you can see Zach is getting ready to pull the handrail down. You have to get all the stuff out from underneath it. We've got to move these original steps to the house, I think, that were here at one point in time. And we'll remove this temporary deck that we threw up there last week. And we will move that deck over to here. That's the plan. All right, guys, as you see, we pulled the small deck off of the front. We've got the decking off of the other deck so that it's a little bit lighter to move, but also we had an issue where that decking, the screws, we didn't build that deck. We actually picked that up from someplace a couple towns over. It was pre-built. They had it going around an above ground pool. And we just bought it as a whole unit, kind of turned it on its side, threw it on a trailer and brought it home and attached it to the house. I don't think they built it right to start with. It seems like there wasn't enough expansion room. And there was a lot of points where the deck itself was starting to kind of like TP, where the two boards are pressing together, like crystal plates coming together and creating mountains. And so we wanted to redo that anyway. So that's why we took the whole top of the deck off, but it also makes it lighter for us to try to move over. We're waiting for Tal to come over and give us a hand picking it up and trying to scoot it over. We've only got to go about 20, 25 feet, but it's heavy. It's really heavy.
I can't do it. How did you do it?
All right, guys, you can see this big concrete step setup right here. That was out front of the house. It was actually under the existing deck that was there when we bought the house. And rather than breaking it up into small pieces and trying to move it, we just put a strap around it, tied it to the back of the Excursion with a heavy-duty 20,000-pound chain, and just drug it out of there. And now the kids are trying to use it as a tightrope.
It's not bouncy
no,
enough.
don't do that.
I did that with this.
Maybe if I get closer to where the stronger side is, I can get myself going. Hey! Oh, it's moving too much.
Really
No! Ah!
Well, guys, that's it for today. You can see we got the deck moved over. We started replacing some of the boards. These are the boards that we were able to salvage of what was already on it. Some of them were rotten and they're not in good shape, so we decided not to reuse them. So we're gonna have to run to the store tomorrow and grab some additional ones to fill in here. We took the small piece of deck and added it to the end over here to make it a whole lot bigger, nicer, and just threw the temporary steps back on right there for the moment. But as you can see, the sun is going down and it is starting to get very chilly out here. So we're gonna call it quits. It's gonna be the end of this one, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And until the next time we see you, keep those engines running. Hey, buddy. Okay, guys. So yeah, I had intended that to be the end of the video because it was getting late, it was getting cold. However, that evening, I just never got around to editing the video. And by the time I did this morning, I realized it was kind of short anyways, and we'd already gotten the materials to finish up. So I thought maybe we would add a little bit to it. So the deck boards that we'd put down in the previous segment are all right here, and they were pretty moldy and nasty on the back side. There was like a texture on the front side that we didn't really care for, so we flipped all the boards over when we reattached them. And of course, you know, all the moldiness on the bottom was showing through. So yesterday, Michaela and I broke out the pressure washer and we cleaned all of this. And then we went to the store and bought the new deck boards. Now, these aren't attached yet. They're just kind of laying here in place. So today's project, we're going to go ahead and finish screwing these all off. And then we got to take the handrails that are over there and try to continue the railing the rest of the way around. Now, we don't have enough railing to go all the way, and we still got to build steps and you know, once the steps are actually in place, we will bring the railing to the steps. But we're gonna do what we can for today and see how it goes. So right now I'm just waiting for Zach to come out, possibly Michaela. Alyssa's even here. I don't know, maybe we'll get a whole bunch of people out here and get this done pretty quick. From wherever, doesn't matter. I'm gonna pull, so hold on to it tight. And I do the same thing over here. Perfect. All right, guys, Zach never came out to play with us. He stayed inside and played Mr. Mom today. So basically just Michaela and I, but as you can see, we got all the deck boards screwed down now. We got a little bit of the front railing added back on. We got the far end railing added on, and we've got this piece here mocked up as well. However, we need a little bit more material so that we can finish going from there over to where the stairs are gonna end up right here once we build the new set of steps. So again, we are at a standstill. But that's it. So now I'm really going to close the video. So thanks for watching, guys. And until the next time we see you, keep those engines running.